Terry Silver has returned in Cobra Kai Season 4 to dominate the valley. And today, we're going to watch his scenes together. Hi, I'm Ken Cole, and if you're a fan of Cobra Kai and the Karate Kid, you've come to the right place for all kinds of news and updates, including Cobra Cole, a new comedy where I might be working for Terry Silver and try to get help from my cousin, played by David Shatraw, Tom Cole, on Cobra Kai. If you're a Cobra Kai fan, you won't want to miss Cobra Cole, and you can watch it right now. Okay, so today, I thought we should just sit down and watch Terry Silver's scenes together. I'm just going to pull up the scenes. We can watch them. I'm going to give you my thoughts, and then you let me know your thoughts in the comments. All right, so here we go. We're going to start with episode 1. Oh. Okay, I love that music. You know it's coming. It's someone who's very intelligent and talented in all of the fine arts, who dominates everything in the world. Oh, look at the great works of art, the opulent setting right by the ocean. This is the perfect introduction to Terry Silver. Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh, it's amazing. This is such a pitch perfect introduction to the character of Terry Silver. He looks like a piano virtuoso, a master composer. And the question is, what is he composing in his brain right now? Of course, he gets a phone call. It's an interesting place to leave your phone. I guess that makes sense. Unknown number.
Hello?
Hey.
Kreese. What's he going to do? Oh, hangs up on Kreese. Okay, so this is maybe the first hint. It's great. But this is the first hint that Terry Silver and John Kreese may not be the best of friends, which that was kind of the narrative a lot. You know, we heard a lot from Karate Kid 3 is, you know, the idea that Terry Silver was John Kreese's best friend, that he would be loyal to him to the end. And we can see right now that there's some tension. Something happened between them. And, you know, we don't know what that is. But clearly, if Terry's willing to hang up on Kreese, he's not necessarily going to be devoted to him for the rest of his life. So I think that's a really interesting thing to start season 4 on. All right, let's keep watching. Okay, a beautiful California coastline. Looks like this could be Silver's residence. There it is. Beautiful. Oh, there's John Kreese walking up. Kind of looks a little out of place. This almost looks like the first time Kreese has been here. It looks like Kreese has not been here before. Last time we saw Terry, he was in the Ennis house. So that's a question of where did he move here? When did he move here? I don't know. Oh, Terry Silver, the nice guy, helping out his staff. Oh, here we go. Look at those glasses. We've got those flashbacks to Karate Kid 3.
Never dies.
I love that. He loves the word ass. Oh. Okay, so just to pause here, he says, I'm not here to cause any trouble, which I think is really interesting because has Kreese caused trouble for him before? You know, it brings up an interesting thing. It seems like if he was his friend, is that what, made them kind of grow apart or never come back? Did Kreese cause trouble for Terry? I don't know.
For old times.
And look at this. Okay, we've got like this swank party. This is completely, look at Kreese. He's totally confused. He doesn't understand this. And who is this? This is completely a different Terry than Kreese knows.
John Kreese, an old friend.
Okay, so now Kreese is very confused because it doesn't look like Terrance is the kind of guy who would get into a relationship maybe or get married. Is this something Kreese knows about Terry? This is completely out of character for Terry. Completely something he wouldn't expect.
Some hors d'oeuvres. Would you join us?
Oh, that would be splendid.
So Terry wanted Kreese out of there. He didn't want Kreese in here at all. But Kreese is inserting himself into this. Okay, so this is important to Terry somehow. He does not want Kreese to interfere. So, that just kind of like some thoughts on that scene. It looks like Terry has his life or his persona or his identity that's very different than what Kreese saw last. And so you wonder, is that because he doesn't want Kreese there, that he doesn't like Kreese, that Kreese pissed him off? Or is it something that Kreese is going to do something to Terry's world, going to maybe bring up something, bust his identity, burst his bubble, whatever this is. Nice cars right outside Terry's place. Nice pad. Oh, just the kind of food that Kreese doesn't like. He'd rather be at a diner, I think.
Just dip it in the cilantro cashew sauce.
See, Cheyenne's not Cobra Kai material, I don't think.
So, you and Terrance, you've known each other for a while?
50 years.
Okay.
We met in Nam.
So it really seems like, yeah, she doesn't know anything about this. So he has completely hidden this part of himself from her. And look, he's like upset that Kreese is bringing this up. So that's a question. Does something like this change? Like, does a person like Terry Silver change this much? Maybe. Okay, that's a nice slam toward. Look at Terry's expression. He just doesn't want Kreese there at all. Okay, so this is important. So I'm going to pause it. She's talking about the mindfulness app. So this is a launch party. So they're together. They have this relationship. Terry and Cheyenne have this relationship together. But is this a personal relationship? Is there something with the mindfulness app that's more business related or image related for Terry? We don't know what he's done since Dynatox and dumping toxic waste. But is this something where he's helping her because he's in a relationship and he likes her, he loves her, and he's supporting her? Or is he in the relationship with her because he wants something out of this app? There's some kind of benefit to him being associated with this mindfulness app from a philanthropy or something perspective. Education, I don't know.
Los Angeles, they don't teach mindfulness. So I figured, why not create an app where kids in places like...
I gotta love how she's like just slamming anyone who doesn't live in Los Angeles.
Terrance and I have a history of teaching children.
That's interesting. A history of teaching children. Because Terry, we never saw him teach before.
What was it called again? The Vipers?
Yeah. So he did bring something up. He told her a little bit about Cobra Kai briefly.
Karate is not a phase.
Yeah. So this is interesting. Kreese is bringing up this idea that it's a way of life. It's not a phase. Because in Karate Kid 3, when we first saw Terry Silver, he was a practicing martial artist. Like, he didn't give that up. I mean, he was years removed from the war. He didn't seem to have any interest in teaching at Cobra Kai, but in his mansion at the Ennis house, he was a practicing martial artist. It's interesting that he was keeping that up. That was part of his life, but he really wasn't interested in helping out at Cobra Kai. Or was that his gift to John Kreese, the dojo? That was something John could do. It's kind of interesting how John Kreese brought up this idea that he and Terry Silver taught children together. So did Terry start out teaching? Maybe a little bit. That's kind of interesting. But yes, Terry doesn't seem too happy here. Okay, so Kreese is still there. He's looking out over the ocean. Oh, I don't know. Kreese has been homeless for a while, apparently.
I guess you get what you
A subtle dig. You get what you pay for. And now Terry's expecting that Kreese is going to try to shake him down for money. I'm sure he has a history of doing that. Finish what they started 35 years ago. So that is after the 85 All Valley. Okay, so Kreese just left apparently. Okay, so Terry's basically like, I don't need to go back. I'm fine. So this is obviously a different Terry Silver. He should be kicking people, but he's not. He's completely doesn't seem to be practicing martial arts. Okay, and he's bringing up Vietnam again. So he's trying to bring Terry back to that person he knew. Back to when Kreese was his commander. Okay, so he's trying to bring Terry back, trying to get him committed to that idea, trying to make Terry feel like he's not following through on his commitments. It's interesting. What is Terry thinking right now? This is really out of the blue. Yeah.
Danny boy?
That was a very quick reaction. Danny boy, after 35 years. So he knows who Johnny Lawrence is. Terry knows who Johnny Lawrence is.
I need a partner. And the only other person.
So this is the big thing. This is the reveal. Why now? I'm sure Terry's like, why now? Finish what we started. I have to believe that someone like Terry Silver instantly knows this isn't about just finishing what they started. And he says no. This has to be something more than just finishing what they started, because this is a very unique time for John Kreese to come back and just say, okay, we have to do it now after 35 years when we're old. I mean, what happened to all that time in the middle? But then boom, Danny boy, Daniel LaRusso. So Terry knows that something's up. Okay, so he's going back to the 80s. So we're filling in Terry's story.
I was so hopped up on cocaine.
So he says he used cocaine, which would fit. It was the 80s. He was very rich. He says that his terrorizing Daniel LaRusso was pretty insane. But he's got a gleam in his eye. I don't know. So he says he hit rock bottom, and that's so interesting. Like, what happens to make Terry Silver hit rock bottom?
It was the best thing that ever happened to me.
And now he lays it back on Kreese that, like, when he left, it was the best thing that ever happened. Then Kreese brings up this old man thing, like, hey, you're not a regular old man, right? You want to be something special. Although, if you're that rich, is he really going off into the sunset? I mean, he's accomplished what most people want to accomplish.
Please thank Cheyenne for the tofu.
Okay. Man, he just slammed Terry on the tofu. Yeah. So I don't know about you. So that's kind of a diss. He got in Terry's head a bit. Obviously, we know from season 3 that Terry had bad experiences in Vietnam, that he does have some loyalty to Kreese. But I don't know. It's like, do you really think that Terry Silver doesn't understand that this is like a game or a manipulation from John Kreese to just show up out of the blue? It looks like he's very aware of what John Kreese is wanting him to do. That this is not about just teaching and bringing back Cobra Kai. It's about Daniel LaRusso and Johnny Lawrence. It seems like Terry gets that immediately. And I don't know. To me, what do you guys think? Let's keep going. Oh, we have Terry eating, or he's picking at his food. He's unsettled.
Would you be a darling and get off the camera shaking your salad?
Do you guys ever picture Terry Silver just being someone who goes to fetch the wine for his girlfriend? He doesn't look too happy about that. The wine. It's like, look at that wine. It's like perched on the boxes in a perfect way for what we'll see soon. Then he looks, Terry Silver, looking at that bottle of wine. Look at that ferocity at the Cayman wine. He's remembering the screenwriter that, yes, gave birth to Terry Silver. Look at that. Great kick. Look at him. He's back. He's remembered. You got that amazing Terry Silver theme composed by Bill Conti. Now look at that look in his eye, and look at that on the painting. Look at the wine coming down on the painting. And so I need to ask you guys, I don't know if you've seen the rest of the season or not yet, but just keep this in mind. You've seen what happened with Terry. Okay, so to me, Terry's in there. It didn't take long for him to change, or he changed his persona. He's made his decision at that point. So to me, it seems like Terry's there in full force. He's back. He's got a plan. I don't know though. So what do you think? Okay, so we've just finished episode 1. Those are the Terry scenes in episode 1. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you think of all this. If you enjoyed it, then we'll go through and do some more Terry Silver scenes. Be sure to check out my other stuff, Cobra Kai. If you're a Terry Silver fan, watch Cobra Kai. I think you'll really dig it, and I'll see you next time.